this is Lily. Today I'm gonna talk about typical Korean people's life. Okay, so a lot of people made videos about Korean people, and on YouTube there are a lot of people talking about Korean life and all this stuff, but that's usually from foreigners' perspective. So I like to tell you from a real Korean, right? Like, yeah, what our life is about. We usually have one or two kids. Yeah, Korean family usually have one or two kids. So you usually have one brother or one sister, or you just by yourself. I do have one sister, yeah, who is 1 year younger than me. So yeah, we grew up together, and I wish we had more children, but my parents decided not to because my dad worked for a government, and as a national officer, um, they really told him not to have any kids more than two. If they have more than two, then the third child or fourth child, they cannot have any health insurance. So basically, and also my dad couldn't even get promoted. So anyway, there are very bad disadvantages of about having more than two children at the time, and so they decide not to have any children more than two. Um, so because of that, like lots of Korean families, they only have two children. If they have more than yeah, a lot of people are like, wow, you're having more than two, right? And anyway, so that's a typical Korean family, either one kid or two kids. And so now Korean governments are trying to actually encourage people to have more children, but people are not getting more than two, or they just getting one, or not even having any. So they're trying to give them some money, like if they have a baby, they once the baby is born, like they give some money to them, the couple, and yeah, and also for 4 years, yeah, Korean family can have some money from the government to raise kids. Anyway, it's a very bad problem right now because a lot of Korean people don't want to have children more than two. Yeah. Anyway, and well, the reason is because Korea is a very competitive society and very competitive country. It's a very small country, and people want to become a doctor, become a lawyer, or they just want to become somebody that they want to become. And obviously, there are not a lot of positions for that, right? Because it's such a small country. So everybody's competitive. And so people have to go to good college to get a good job. Well, right now, it's kind of changing a lot. But long time ago, well, not really long time ago, let's say like 20 years ago, like if you went to a good college, that means you're getting a good job. But right now, you can probably get a good job even though you didn't go to a good college, like very good college. But yeah, if you have the ability, then it's okay. But still, yeah, a lot of people ask you oh, what college did you go to? They ask you what's your education background, stuff like that. So a lot of Korean people, they go to college. I think like 80 or 90% of Korean people, they go to college, which is kind of crazy, right? Because a lot of people, they just go to college just for the heck of it, and some people, they just study philosophy, like they don't know what to do, or they study history, like with history, like what kind of job can you get? Anyway, so it's just they just go there because they want to go to college, and that's it. And they can't even use that skills that they learn from college at their work. Anyway, yeah, I even went to college because obviously I was a good student in middle school, high school. So obviously like I had to go to college, right? But I didn't know what I wanted to study. So I kept like like studying this and that. Well, finally I study English and education. So and I had a teacher certificate and everything, but I'm not teaching at school right now, and because I just did it because maybe that's what I wanted, but I don't know if I really wanted it. It's just because I did it because I had to graduate anyway because I went there. Anyway, I don't know, but yeah, I think that's kind of what Korean people always face. Like, what do I want to study? I don't know, but I have to go to college, right? Yeah, and we don't really get married really early. The thing that I noticed in the United States, like we don't have any. You guys don't have any like age limit. Like some people get married when they're 18, 19, and then some people even get married when they're like 40, 50. Like people don't care. Like they don't get like antsy about like, okay, I have to get married around this age. But a lot of Korean people, they wouldn't get married when they're uh, reach about like 25 or 6 after they graduate from college. If you get married too early, then people are like, what? Why are you pregnant? That kind of stuff. Men think that they should have a job before they get married, and also still we Korean people think that guys should have a house before they get married. So obviously it's just they yeah they are delaying a marriage until they get quite older, but still they get married around like I guess when they're 20, from 27 to 35, 36-ish. Yeah, if they um, reach more than 35, 6, then yeah, people are gonna be like, oh yeah, why aren't you getting married, right? And for women, like if they're more than like 32, 33, then people be like, okay, like you need to get married soon because yeah, you're you're not you're not young, right? So people get pushed and has a lot of pressure on getting married. So people just get married sometimes because it's a time for them to get married. So a lot of Korean marriage sometimes end up not really being happy. They just get married because they met someone around the age that they are supposed to get married. Um, Korean people, I think we love drinking. Um, we when we go to work, yeah, after work, like you usually hang out with your coworkers. You drink, and that can be a problem as well. Like if you're married, your husband has to sometimes because like the boss or managers, yeah, bosses like ask them to stay and like drink with them and stuff like that. So yeah, that's sometimes it's really hard for wives to just stay home and wait for their husbands and stuff like that. Um, what else? Korean people, we love studying English. Should we say love studying English? We're kind of forced to study English. Korean people are crazy about English. That's why there's so many English teaching jobs in Korea. Some people ask me how they can get a job, not as an English teacher, but like just as an maybe engineer and stuff like that. If you don't speak Korean, it's really hard for you to get a job. You have to speak Korean to be able to get a job. But so usually a lot of foreigners, if they want to get a job, then they go to college or graduate school in Korea, and then after that they get a job in Samsung or LG and stuff like that. So if you want a job in Korea, then definitely you have to go to college or you have to be able to speak English so that yeah they can actually hire you. Think about it, it's kind of same thing. Like if I come to the United States, you know, I have to speak English, right? If I don't speak English, then no one will hire me. And I about English. I don't know why so Korean people are crazy about English, but yeah, um, you have to take English when you take Korean SAT. It's just a very, very important subject. There's so many private English language schools in Korea, and yeah, but a lot of Korean people still can't really speak English well. But nowadays, a lot of young kids are very good at English, so um, I guess once they get older, a lot of Koreans actually will speak good English, I guess. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I cover was what I wanted to say. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you have any further questions, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome to ask any questions about Korean people. Um, yeah, it's a really fun country. I like it, and um, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, typical Korean people are like this. Of course, there are lots of people that are not like typical Koreans, and there are lots of people that are totally, you know, different from, you know, this kind of people. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, typical Korean people. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.